One day, a master mechanic from Toyota's Nagoya factory stopped me mid-cleaning a throttle body and said something that stunned me. "You Americans always rush. You spray, you scrub, you damage." What he showed me next completely changed how I approach throttle body maintenance. In 15 years working on engines, I've seen more throttle bodies destroyed by improper cleaning than by dirt itself. Today, I'm revealing 10 Japanese techniques that go against everything you've been told, and they'll save you thousands in repairs. Here's why this matters. That $8 can of cleaner could cost you $800 in damage if you don't know these secrets. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand why everything you thought you knew about throttle body maintenance is backwards. If you already need to clean your throttle body, here's where most people go wrong from the very start. Number 1, starting with a cold engine. Most people clean throttle bodies on cold engines. That's their first mistake. Carbon behaves like baked grease. Cold, it resists removal and encourages overscrubbing. I learned this on a 2015 Honda Accord. Cold cleaning forced aggressive scrubbing and caused microscopic scratches. Idle issues followed for weeks. Replacement cost $340. The Japanese technique is precise. Warm the engine fully, then shut it off and wait exactly 15 minutes. Deposits soften just enough to release cleanly. Cleaning effectiveness improves by roughly 70%, using half the product. Now that your engine is properly prepared, let's talk about what not to touch. Number 2, going too rough on the throttle plate's special surface. Plenty of people reach for stiff brushes or abrasive pads and grind away like they're polishing metal. But a seasoned technician from Yokohama once pulled me aside and explained it plainly. Treat it like delicate machinery, not a greasy skillet. Today's throttle plates often feature a molybdenum disulfide layer that minimizes sticking and slows future accumulation. Scrub that off, and it's permanent. Buildup comes back faster and thicker. One driver I know did this on his Audi A6. A few months down the road, the deposits were worse than ever, and the damaged coating led to a $950 replacement. Stick to gentle microfiber cloths or soft bristle brushes, and rely on the solvent to dissolve the dirt rather than brute force. Number 3, picking the incorrect cleaning agent. Not every aerosol is suitable. Throttle body-specific cleaners differ from others. Carb or brake parts cleaners might seem similar, but they're harsher and can eat away at those protective layers in seconds. A case in point was a Subaru Outback where the owner used brake cleaner. Shortly after, at just 1,500 miles, corrosion set in, necessitating a $700 part swap. Opt for products explicitly marked as safe for coated throttle bodies and sensors. The small price difference prevents big headaches. Number 4, hosing the cleaner straight into the bore like you're extinguishing flames. This floods the manifold, where excess liquid can pool and get sucked into the cylinders, diluting oil film and risking cylinder wall damage. I dealt with a Chevy Silverado that had misfires after a sloppy cleaning job. The solvent wash led to scoring that cost over $2,500 to repair, all from a quick DIY attempt. The better method is straightforward. Apply the cleaner to a rag or brush first, then carefully wipe the areas. It adds a minute or two but avoids catastrophic issues. Number 5, pulling the entire assembly off when it's not needed. For standard maintenance, detaching it is overkill in most situations, about 85 to 90% of the time. It opens the door to torn gaskets, foreign debris getting inside, or vacuum leaks that are tough to trace. One enthusiast spent weekends hunting a persistent leak after nicking a seal during removal. The preferred in-vehicle approach uses a gentle tool like a soft brush for effective results. Reserve full removal for heavy, stubborn contamination, which is rare, maybe once in every 15 to 20 jobs. Number 6, overlooking the idle control bypass channels. Attention usually goes to the visible plate and bore, but those narrow passages regulating low-speed airflow often get clogged without anyone noticing. I've opened up units that appeared pristine up front, only to find the idle ports almost sealed shut, causing unstable idling, stalling in traffic, or RPM fluctuations. This hidden buildup accounts for roughly 40 to 50% of idle-related complaints. Probe them carefully with a thin brush or flexible wire to clear them out properly. Number 7, skipping the ECU adaptation step afterward. The engine control module memorizes the exact closed position of the plate for precise idle control. Cleaning alters that airflow slightly, and without recalibration, the system gets confused, leading to surging RPMs, shifting fuel trims, or illuminated warning lights. A Toyota owner once nailed the cleaning but ignored this, enduring bumpy idling for weeks until paying $150 at a shop for a quick reset. Always research and perform your model's specific relearn sequence, often just a few ignition cycles or pedal presses, right from the start. Number 8. Cleaning without fixing the root cause tied to the crankcase ventilation setup. Dirt doesn't appear randomly. It's largely from oily vapors recirculating through the PCV circuit. Ignoring this means repeated buildup no matter how often you clean. A tech mentor in Osaka challenged me. Why does this one get filthy so quickly at low mileage? Tracing it revealed a worn PCV valve letting excess blow by through. We cleaned thoroughly, swapped the cheap valve, and years later it remained spotless. Check valves, hoses, and even breather elements. Address the source to break the cycle. Number 9. Overdoing the cleaning schedule. Some treat it like routine upkeep, hitting it every few thousand miles thinking more is better. In reality, repeated chemical exposure and wiping accelerate wear on those finely machined parts. A veteran Honda specialist once pointed out how U.S. drivers often clean far too aggressively compared to factory guidelines. I compared two similar Accords over years. One obsessively maintained saw throttle failure around 80,000 miles, while the sensibly serviced original lasted beyond 160,000. Clean only when symptoms show or at extended intervals, typically 40,000 to 60,000 miles. Number 10. Ultimate insight that changes everything. Focusing on avoidance rather than constant fixes. The true mastery isn't in perfecting the clean, it's in rarely needing one. Top technicians emphasize proactive habits, premium fuels with strong additive packages, timely air filter swaps, prompt leak repairs, and vigilant PCV maintenance. Follow these consistently, and many modern engines go 150,000 miles or more with minimal throttle deposits. I've inspected high-mileage imports that still looked brand new inside, while others battle recurring issues from neglect. Invest in prevention, skip the repeated interventions, and enjoy smoother, more reliable performance without the hassle. So, which mindset will you choose? Endlessly reacting or smartly preventing?